that time for you to hear what flows through my mind, guided from above with messages of love. Ready to go? Welcome to Ruby's Mindful Tarot. Hello everybody, hope you've been well. This video today is an extension of my previous video. So in the last video there was 4 groups. The third one, which was Rose Quartz, I felt like there was a lot more messages that needed to be communicated. So that's what this video is for. So it's for the Rose Quartz group of my previous video. So hello Rose Quartz group, how are you today? How are you doing from last time? And if you didn't watch my previous video, the link is in the description below. Or if you don't, or if you want to just watch this one fresh, so if you was drawn just to this video, that's okay as well. So the main messages that came out in the previous video for Rose Quartz was all about telling the truth, knowing more about yourself, being true to who you really are. Self-sabotage came out as well, so taking the steps to limit the self-sabotage techniques that you do, that you might be aware of or unaware of. Moving towards Empress type of energy, that came out for you as well. What else? Also knowing that you are love. That was a strong message for you as well. You are love, you are able to receive love, to give love. All about feeling confident in expressing your truth and who you are, but first of all knowing who you are to then feel confident to express that outwards. So those were the strong messages for this group from the last video. So as I was shuffling and preparing my space, a few cards came out for you straight away. So the first one that kind of flew out in the center for you was blessed. So straight away, simple message, you need to know that you are blessed. You are being carried carefully in this world by the universe and your spirit guides. Despite the challenges you go through, you are blessed. Number 22. That's very important for you. Okay, I feel to do some brief self-affirmations, positive affirmations. That's very important for this group. So, a hand on your heart space, a hand on your stomach. Actually, we'll do both hands on your heart space, if that's okay, since it's the heart chakra and rose quartz type of energy. Okay, so get comfortable. Place your hands over your heart. Close your eyes. Take an inhale through your nose. And then exhale through your mouth. And again. Right, on your next inhale, I would like for you to say, may I experience more self-kindness. And then exhale as you breathe that out. May I experience more self-kindness. One more time. May I experience more self-kindness. And again, but this time I want you to say more self-acceptance. May I experience more self-acceptance. Accepting the nature of who you really are. That came through. Again, so may I experience more self-acceptance. And last one, may I experience less self-critique. So inhaling in, may I experience less self-critique. One more time, may I experience less self-critique. Okay, that's lovely. So, another card flew out for you from the animal deck. It was Giraffe Spirit, so seeing the big picture. Seeing yourself through the universe's eyes. That's what I'm seeing. So look at yourself with loving eyes. I'll show you this again. Look at the eyes of this giraffe, very beautiful, very wide. Seeing all parts of yourself and choosing to love yourself regardless. Self-compassion. Oh, that brings me to, I need to read something for you. Okay, so that's my kindness book. that I was gifted a few years ago. So I'm going to read this page out for you. It's all about self-compassion. Okay. And self-love. Okay. Self-love is not selfish. Silence that inner critic and feel good to be you. Looking after ourselves is key to kindness, because when we feel good, we emit that positive feeling to others. When we neglect ourselves, life feels like a struggle, and our negative feelings influence how we interact with those around us. Set some time aside to celebrate. Nurture yourself by doing what you love, whether that's a warm bath, a doze in the sunshine, listening to music, and restore your reserves not only for yourself but also for those around you. Self-love can be about treating ourselves, determining to change our circumstances, deciding we need to be treated with kindness and respect, or deciding to be ourselves and not the person everyone expects us to be. These ways of being kind to ourselves makes us happier and in turn more kind to others. So that's your message from that book. Oh, okay, some other cards flew out for you. I haven't turned them over yet. I felt to do that in front of you, so we'll do that in a moment. I feel in relation to that, what I just read out, I want you to write 4 things that you can do today or this week that's for yourself. 4 positive things that you can do to make yourself feel better. They can be goals of yours, even if it's cooking a nice meal for yourself, listening to your favorite song, whatever it is. Right now, you can pause the video, write 4 things that you would like to do for yourself that would make you happy. I'll do that as well. Just a quick note, this is my notebook. The universe is working with me. It's on Amazon. The link is in the description below if you would like one. There's other colours as well. Okay, so 4 things of what you would like to do today or this week. And try to let it come to you naturally. Allow your intuition, your inner self, to tell you what you need to do for yourself. If nothing's coming to you, that's okay. Maybe by the end of this video it might have come to you. I'll share mine with you. So my first one that came through was that I need to rest more. The second one is that I need to read more. That's been a goal of mine for some time. The third one, I need to do more yoga. So I'll definitely do that today. And then the fourth one, I'm in need of a warm bath for relaxation. So that was mine. But again, the universe is working with me. Notebook on Amazon. Link is below. Okay, right. Rose quartz, rose quartz. Whew. Take 2 mindful breaths, breathing in. Right, we'll start with these cards now. So this one is from the Starseed Oracle deck. We have the Cosmic Heart, Devotion, Potency, Make Your Life a Moving Prayer. The Cosmic Heart, that's perfect. Heart chakra, rose quartz. That's the image. That's this one. We've got We the Haffers, so that's all about deep love, mother's milk, birth as a portal. When this card comes out, it's all about nurturing to me. So, of course, you need to nurture yourself more. That could be something on your list. Nurturing yourself more. mother's milk. We've got called, so your soul gifts and training. It's time to step up. You're being called to do something. You're being called to nurture yourself, to look within. Look within yourself with fresh eyes, with fresh and loving eyes. I'll say that again. So look within. That could be through meditation or any type of practice that you enjoy. Look within with loving eyes. It's time to step up. It's time to dive deep into discovering more about yourself and choosing to love yourself. Okay? Again, this card is coming out to me. You are blessed. That needs to be a strong reminder for you. I feel that it's even necessary for you to write that down somewhere and put it maybe near your bed or somewhere where you look to often. You are blessed. Please know that. Okay. So these are some animal cards. We have cow spirit and turkey spirit. I'll start with this one. So give with gratitude and grace. That's turkey spirit. That's another exercise actually. You can do that now or after the video. But I think 6 things. Your challenge from me to you is to think of 6 things that you are grateful for. I think we'll do that now actually. So get your paper out again or your phone notes. 6 things that you're grateful for. It can be anything. It could be just waking up this morning, being able to see, that's a blessing, being able to hear, being able to watch this video, whatever it is in your life that you are grateful for right now. Write that down or just think about it, but ideally 6 things. Okay, if nothing came up, that's okay. It might take some time. And if it did, that's wonderful. If you feel okay to, then you can share that in the comments below, the things that you're grateful for. Okay, the other card was cow spirit. So the miracles are endless. I feel like this is in connection to your blessed card. Knowing that you are blessed, knowing that the universe wishes to bless you with more miracles. That's on its way to you. That's on its way to you. Okay. Candles, that's coming through. I know I've got some candles here, but some of you like candles. I feel that could be something that you could add to your list if you've got some at home, to light some candles and maybe say a nice prayer or your affirmations. So may I experience more self-love, self-kindness, less self-critique, or possibly lighting a candle. And then just breathing and then allowing the things that you're grateful for to come up naturally. That's a nice exercise for you to do. Okay, right, keep that here. Okay. Okay, I feel called to read the book for these 2 cards. So that was the Cosmic Heart and Called. So give me a moment. So they're from the Starseed Oracle deck. Okay. Okay, found it. So this one is the Cosmic Heart. When you surrender to a state of devotion, you find yourself flowing with all of life. You're being called to refocus your attention deep within. That's perfect, that's what I said. To the intelligence of your own heart. To bow with deep reverence to your inner temple. To live your life in devotion to this place. To make your life one big moving prayer. Perhaps you felt a bit off lately, sensing that the potency of why you're doing things has gotten a little watered down or weak. So maybe you've lost some motivation to do some things that you previously liked to do. If so, this is your call to make a moment and reconnect with the truth at the very center of your heart. That word has come up again for you, truth. So similar to the previous video, telling the truth, knowing the truth, that's very strong for you. Okay, to get back to the essence of what you're about, to devote your life to what you care about, to what you care most about, to turn your gaze deep, 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 deep. There are seasons for harvesting and seasons for sowing. Right now, you're being called to plant your soul's seeds and sing to them with deep devotion. To live your life according to what makes you come alive, rather than what everyone else thinks. So a lot of this group, you might maybe care too much about what others think about you. You're strongly being called to set that aside and choose to focus more on you. So as I said, looking within, that could be through meditation or any other practices, maybe tarot or anything that you enjoy doing, but you're really being called to look within, know more about yourself, and move from there. And again, choosing to see yourself with loving eyes. Oh, there was another one. So that was the Cosmic Heart. The other one is called okay. You came to Earth with a double mission, to grow as a soul and to bring about a shift in consciousness. The best way to fulfill these personal and collective purposes is to trust what it is that your soul is calling you towards. Your soul has many unique gifts that it came here to share. Some you may already be aware of, others you're just beginning to uncover. You're being called to remember that your soul intelligently chose the perfect conditions to carry out your soul's mission and share your soul's gifts. So whatever situations you're going through right now that might be a bit difficult, know that the universe is working with you and through you so that you're able to share your gifts with the world. Okay. I feel called to do 2 groups, so 2 pick a card groups. So give me a moment while I do that. But overall, I hope you're okay, Rose Quartz Group. You're a beautiful, very hearty group. You've got a lot of love. And remember, you are able to give love, receive love, and you are love. That's a strong message for you. I feel called to just hold that out to you for a moment. This is the African Goddess Rising card, Rising Oracle deck. Okay. I'm just going to make 2 piles and then I'll get you to choose one. Okay. No, it's not that one. I feel called to let you know that you're doing good, Rose Quartz Group. So whatever stage you are right now in life, no matter your age, no matter your occupation, you're doing good. And the universe sees that. So they just want you to know. Okay, that's that one. Ooh. Okay. keep those. I'll turn them over. Okay, let's put this up here. Right, I've got your 2 piles. I feel like this should be quick. That's what I'm hearing, quick. So I'm just going to go through these. Okay, so again, rose quartz. You are a beautiful group. You are being called to look within, to know yourself, feel confident in expressing yourself, to look to yourself with loving eyes. Any difficult situation you're going through right now, it's the universe working with you so that you are later able to share more of your gifts. You have more gifts than you're aware of, I'm hearing. So that's another journey for you to go through. So discovering more gifts that are within. Remember in the beginning, I told you to write 4 things that you need to do today, ideally, or this week for sure. Don't leave it too long because that's part of self-sabotage. So really prioritize yourself and your needs. So 4 things that you can do today or this week that makes you feel happy, things you enjoy, no matter how small. And we also did 6 gratitude things, so 6 things that you are grateful for. And again, if nothing came up for you, that's okay. It will come up eventually for you. Okay, so there's 2 groups here. I would like for you to choose one, and if you choose both, that's okay. Okay, so I'll show you this one. That's the first group. So these are more messages from your spirit guides and ancestors, I'm hearing. Spirit guides and ancestors. Oh, okay. I actually feel called to start with this one. So, right, we will start backwards, I'm hearing. Okay, so that's this one here. Trust. You're being called to trust. Trust the process, trust yourself, trust your spirit guides, that they are guiding you through this life. Some of you might feel as though you have no spirit guides, or because of the difficult situations you're going through, that they don't care about you. That's not true. They love you. You need to trust them. Trust the process, no matter how difficult. And talk to them sometimes as well, in your own way. Beautiful. We've got the Trine card. So that says angelic support, harmony and perfect flow. That's perfect. Angelic support, harmony and perfect flow. See, they are working with you to bring more of this into your life. So just trust the process. We also have mutable. That's perfect. It says surrender. Surrender, fluidity and welcoming change. So opening your hands out, which this is perfect so far. So trusting the process, that your angels, spirit guides, ancestors are working with you to bring harmony, more harmony into your life. You just need to surrender to it and welcome that change. Again, trust. This is amazing. We've got fork in the road. So I feel this is how you feel. You feel a bit lost. There's different directions of where to go. I hope you can see this clearly. I feel this this animal is you, feeling lost and confused and quite you feel a bit stopped in your tracks, not sure what to do next. If you can see, these animals are around you. I feel like they represent your spirit guides. So there's an owl. I hope you can see there's an owl on the back. So I feel like that's a spirit guide that's watching your back, unknown to you, because as you can see, this animal isn't looking backwards, so you're unaware that your spirit guides are right there. And then there's one up here. There's a monkey up here standing on top of the pole with different arrows of where to go. So all in all, trust, welcome the change. Everything will be fine. The universe is guiding you with the directions you need to go in. But do trust that they are right there. They're right behind you. Okay? They're supporting you with what you're going through right now. We have fox spirit. We've got think on your feet, number 27. Thinking on your feet. I'll read the card for this one. I'll do that now. Number 27. Is that your age, I'm hearing? So some of you could be 27 or about to be. Okay. Fox Spirit. Be alert now, for Fox Spirit has appeared and you are meant to move swiftly. Let this clever spirit draw out your creativity as you adjust to rapidly changing circumstances with resilience, grace, and assurance. Fox Spirit helps you to think on your feet, using your best judgment and wits to help you slip into a more advantageous situation. Now is not a time to hesitate, but a time for swift action of the mind, a time to think outside the box and notice the many ways in which you might make a move, aware of your surroundings and always clear on what you deserve and wish to co-create. And then this is the protection message. Are you camouflaging yourself to avoid intimacy? Perhaps you are being too clever for your own good and playing games to protect yourself. For a lot of you, I'm hearing this is in relation to work. Being dishonest with yourself or others can become isolating and create obstacles to true connection. Fox Spirit calls you to be attuned to what is happening within you and around you so that your quick thinking and creativity can lead you to better relationships and situations. You are called to use your Fox Spirit beneficially rather than in ways that keep you from experiencing what you want. Don't overthink a situation in order to avoid the challenge of facing a difficult truth. Fox Spirit's creative nature will always be there to guide you and help you move quickly into better circumstances. I feel that's in connection to this card. Okay, and then we have Shine. That's beautiful. Number 32, Earth Spirit. I'm feeling for you. Let me show you the card. This one is from the African Goddess Rising Oracle deck. That's beautiful. There's a woman here within the tree. And there's a goat or a ram here. That's similar to your other card. Give me a moment while I channel more from this card. Okay, I feel called to read the card for this, to read the book for this one. Okay. Mama Jumbo's guidance. You were born to shine. Be seen, be heard, be a movement. We need to know your name. We want to learn your dance. Okay. And then your goddess declaration or affirmation is, I am ready to be seen and heard. And then we have the embodiment message for you is, daring to rise and shine starts with the courage to be seen and heard. Your story matters and someone needs to hear it. Fear of shining brightly keeps you in the shadows, hiding and shrinking. That's part of self-sabotage. So choosing to hide yourself and shrink yourself in situations. There is no way to claim your voice and avoid rejection, criticism and judgment. But you are not for everybody. If everyone likes you, you are not really being you. I think that's a strong message. I'm going to read all of that again. So, you were born to shine, be seen and be heard, be a movement. We need to know your name, we want to learn your dance. Daring to rise and shine starts with the courage to be seen and heard. Your story matters and someone needs to hear it. Fear of shining brightly keeps you in the shadows, hiding and shrinking. There is no way to claim your voice and avoid rejection, criticism and judgment, but you are not for everybody. If everyone likes you, you are not really being you. I feel that's a strong message for you. So you were born to shine. So similar to what we said before about you having more gifts inside that you need to be aware of and discover. Once you do discover those gifts, let it shine. Do not stay in the shadows hiding. Okay, so that was that group. I'll show you your cards again. Okay. So, brief summary for you. Trust the universe. Trust your spirit guides, your ancestors, and your angels. Trust the process that you're going through right now, no matter how difficult it is. Your spirit guides are working with you to bring more harmony and balance into your life. You just need to surrender and welcome that change. Your spirit guides are right behind you, they're right with you, helping you decide which directions to go in. Then we had Fox Spirit, which I feel emphasized the message of this card. Choosing to move swiftly, allowing the universe to move you in the directions that you need to go in, even if it's backwards. Even if it's moving in a backwards direction or what you perceive to be a backwards direction, trust the process. Allow the universe to guide you to wherever you need to be guided to. And then allow yourself to shine. So once you discover more gifts and once you involve yourself more in the creative tasks that you like to do, let it shine, let it be seen. Okay, so that was you. Okay, so the other group now, thank you for waiting. So this is your pile. Okay, I thought to start this way. Right. We have Liberation. It's a beautiful card. Yes. Can you see this? This is number 37, by the way. Beautiful card. This is you, 100%. And can you see the sun starting to come up? So linked to the previous one, allowing yourself to shine, to stand boldly in who you are. I don't know if you can see here, but there's some little faces in the bushes. So here, here, and here. Don't worry about what other people think of you. Stand strong in who you are. So these are strong messages that keep coming up for you, so it's very important. Stand strong in who you are. Allow yourself to shine, to rise, and don't worry about these haters, I'm hearing to say. People are watching you from a distance. Some of them are jealous of you. Try not to focus on that. You just focus on being you. Just focus on being you. We have Refine. Refining who you are. So again, learning more about yourself. Maybe choosing to develop things about yourself. Maybe wanting to discover your weaknesses and develop that, or to discover your strengths and to embody that even more. Refine. We've got house 10, so that's linked to Capricorn energy. So that's all about structure, discipline, life mission, accomplishments, career. So this could be affecting your career. Or I hear the universe is trying to guide you career-wise. So similar to the other card, allow yourself to be guided in life generally, but definitely in relation to your career. Your life mission. For some of you, I just feel called to say, for some of you, your life mission isn't linked to your career. Hope that makes sense. So it could be something else. Give me a moment while I channel a bit more from this. I feel like there's quite a few messages coming out. Okay. Hope you can see. So this is an owl. Oh, I'm not sure if you can see because of the light. Okay. Can you see this rose here, this flower, how it's open and bloomed? There's another one here that's closed. I feel like your inner gifts, your creativity, your inner gifts, your soul purpose. I feel like some of that is closed or some of that is unknown to you. Once you look in and discover this and allow it to bloom, that is your life mission. Whatever those gifts are, that's your life mission. And that life mission may or may not be in relation to your current career. So once you discover what that is, that could lead you to leaving your current career. Or for some of you, it could be developing yourself more in your current career based on what your soul gifts are. Hope that makes sense. Basically, it's important for you to look within, know your soul gifts, and then you will know what to do. It will become clearer to you with what to do career-wise, whether to leave, to stay, to develop in a different way. You will know more. Yeah. Okay, we have community. Number 8 is not too late. That's what I'm hearing. Maybe some of you feel as though you don't have a community. It's not too late. That's coming for you in the right time. It's coming for you in the right time, a community. And you might physically have a community but feel a bit out of place. You might feel a bit out of place, a bit left out, too different. Not a true community, I'm hearing. So the current community that you're in, again, that could be work-related, family-related, personal. The people you're around a lot, daily, who would be considered as your community, you don't feel as though they really are part of your community, maybe emotionally or something to that nature. But it's not too late. You will find your community at the right time. And then we have number 12, sing your own song. I believe this card came out in the previous video in relation to rose quartz, so this has come out for you again, singing your own song. Singing your own song. I'm going to read the card for this. I feel there's more. Okay. Number 12. Okay. Canary Spirit arrives to help you find your authentic voice and express what is in your heart. Free yourself to experience your inner light and let it shine as Canary Spirit sings to remind you of your inherent joy and to support you as you sing your own song. The world wants to hear your song. If your inquiry is about a relationship, you're being called to fully be yourself, for only then will you find harmony and joy. You can make music with others so beautifully when your notes ring true. So being true to yourself. Canary Spirit comes to help you express yourself in a more honest and authentic way. Yes, not everyone will agree with you, In fact, not everyone will want to hear your originality or accept your uniqueness. You must not give this a single care. There will be plenty of people, opportunities, and wonderful new experiences that arrive as if by magic once you open your own cage door and fly free. Find your voice and have courage to spread your wings and sing out loud. The world needs your true song. Oh, that's lovely. Okay, let me show you your cards. Okay, so we had liberation, so standing true in who you are, shining regardless, and not caring about what other people in the background are thinking and talking about you. Don't worry about that. Stand tall and strong in who you are. And refine, so discovering more about yourself, your strengths, your weaknesses, what you enjoy, what you don't enjoy, and maybe making choices based on that. So maybe to involve yourself more in certain activities, to distance yourself from other activities, to strengthen your strengths, or to strengthen your weaknesses and to embody more of your strengths. Just refining yourself a bit better. Once you know yourself better, it will become clearer to you what to do career-wise. Community, your true community is coming to you at the right time. It might not be right now, but at the right time, you will feel it. And for those of you who feel as though your current community is your true community, I feel you're being called to question it a little bit. So to really look at the people who are in your community, or for those of you who feel as though you are in a true community, you're being called to just look at that a bit deeper. So the people in that community, just observing their qualities, and if you agree with their morals and how they conduct themselves, if that's in alignment with what you're trying to move towards, then that's great. If not, then maybe make a choice based on that. But yeah, your community will become better. I feel this card is in connection to this as well, refining your community, whatever that means for you. Okay? And then we have Canary Spirit, beautiful message. That's all about singing your own song, the world needing to hear your song, to know your truth. Some of you could be singers. Some of you could really enjoy singing. If so, share that with the world in the best way for you. Singing and writing songs, that's what I'm hearing. Musical instruments. Be more involved with music, but most importantly, express your truth. And don't worry about what anyone else has to say about it. As long as you're being true to who you are, that's the main message. I think that's everything for you, Rose Quartz. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm just seeing if there's anything else I need to communicate. Okay. Because your group is Rose Quartz, I brought my Rose Quartz card crystal out, so I'll just read some words from here that I feel are necessary for you. If some of you have Rose Quartz crystals or jewelry, wear that, keep it with you for today and for the next maybe 2 weeks or so. Okay. Unconditional love, peace, romantic love, trust, harmony. That's amazing, the trust and harmony that came out in your reading as well. A lot of you have a hard time trusting, I'm hearing. Okay. Rose quartz replaces negative energies with love and releases emotions and pain. It will enhance unconditional love and harmony in your relationships while working to heal past wounds. So in the next few weeks, as you're connecting more with your rose quartz or the colour pink in some way, certain emotions might come up for you. They could be linked to your past. They could be linked to the root cause of your self-sabotage techniques. For example, procrastination, not allowing yourself to do the things that you enjoy, all of that. So the root of that might start coming up in the next few weeks. Some of you might be feeling emotional out of nowhere, or you might very well know where that emotion is coming from. That's okay. Be patient with yourself, be kind with yourself, be compassionate with yourself, and just allow yourself to feel what you feel. Allow it to come up. Try not to avoid it or push it away. Choose to acknowledge it, feel it, and then release it. Okay. So rose quartz is linked to the heart chakra, anahata, and as such works with all matters relating to love and healing of the heart. It is particularly associated with unconditional love, where we seek to offer love to others without expectation of return. In this sense, it is a stone which helps us connect to the divine power of love. By learning to love ourselves and healing past wounds, we become able to love others and to receive love in return. In this way, it is also a stone representing romantic love, as we become open to attracting properties of this stone to bring more love into our lives. So that's rose quartz. I feel to end with the one we started with. You are blessed. Please know that. Okay. Thank you all for listening to this reading. Once again, this was for rose quartz. So this was a continuation from my previous video for the Rose Quartz group in that video. I hope this gave you a bit more clarity. I hope some of the messages resonated for you. Maybe all of it did, maybe some of it did. If so, let me know in the comments below. Overall, you're a wonderful group. You are filled with so much, not just passion, but gifts. There's so much in you that needs to come out and be shown, and that needs to shine and be shared. That could be your voice, singing, talking, teaching, creating something. There's a lot in you, all of you. So again, you're being called to look within, develop yourself, refine yourself, and then share what you have to share. And also trust the universe, trust your spirit guides, that they are guiding you in the right directions. Okay? Okay, I'll stop there. So again, thank you for watching this reading. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. Please like the video, subscribe so you can see my future videos. I think that's it. Yeah, I'll see you soon. Thank you again. We'll take 2 breaths and then that's it. So breathing in through the nose, saying any affirmation that you feel called to say. And then exhaling. One more time. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.